What's good? What's good? What's good? This be the G Shah Cypha. You officially turned in to On The Grynd live right now with I got somebody with me that's dope, that's been doing this thing for a long time, been really grinding, taking her thing to a whole nother level. I heard some music on Spotify that I want to talk about. Lish two times. What's good?
What's goody poppin'? Thank you for having me.
Yeah. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I know people been waiting, so I apologize. We wanted to make sure we was good. And we good, so people were tuning in. Yo, talk to me. Where you from? You know what I mean? Where you representing right now?
So I'm from the city so nice they have to name it twice. Okay, New York, New York was goody poppin'. El
Yeah.
barrio ya tu sabe. Oh, but I will shout out the DMV because that's what my birth certificate says.
Okay. Yo, shout out to DMV. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. So shout out to New York, New York. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Good Girl PR. So let's talk about the music because I've seen some different things on your profile, music, fashion. I've seen a video where you got ballet in it. We need to talk about all of that. So, talk to me how you got, how you really got into this music business. And then what kind of what really said, hey, this is something that I want to do? What made you say that?
I feel like I've always wanted to do it. I've always had the capability to do it, but it's just really putting in the action and doing it. Not waiting for the Tony Braxton story to happen to you. You know what I mean? And those of you who know the Tony Braxton story, she was discovered at a gas station just singing, pumping her gas, and you know what I mean? And the rest was history. It doesn't really work like that in the real world. So the moment that I decided that I feel like I was gonna start doing it, it was a while ago, but I wasn't good then. And then I got good, but then I wasn't really ready because I was indecisive of who I was as a person. So
Right.
about 2 years ago, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew who I was, and I was ready to put it into motion. I just needed guidance. So I
Right.
just been putting in work these last 2 years, seeking guidance and you know what I mean, and learning a lot along the way to now be able to guide myself.
Right. And that's dope, to be able to guide and you taking your time. You didn't jump into it right away. You said, this is something, and it sounded like you wanted to perfect it, right? But who would you say motivated you in the music business or outside of music, really? Like who was some of the people that influenced you coming up?
That was like three different questions in one. Okay, so who motivates me? It definitely got to be, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mom Dukes and Big Sis, because like I feel like people are just like really seriously waiting for me to make it. Like, make this happen already, sis. Like, what's taking you so long, sis? What's goody popping? We believe in you out here, sis. So
Right.
that's definitely motivation. Like when my nieces and nephews, you know what I mean? Like refer to you as Lish 2X and they know the lyrics to your songs and they jumping and pillow fight into that. And
Right.
it's like weird because it's like, why in the HE double hockey sticks do they think they know me so well? You know what I
Right.
mean? That they think we friends or something. And then I realized, like, wow, that's motivation. They watching, they rooting for it, they like it. So if they like it, then others is gonna really like it too. And then as far as my influences musically, it's got to be the Missy Elliott. Okay,
Missy
she's
Elliott. Yo, shout out to Missy Elliott. You know what I mean? I think Missy Elliott is a
also
definite.
from the DMV. Not really. She's from further north, but I
It's
mean
all
further south.
further south. It's further south. Yeah, it's all good though. Yo, shout out Missy Elliott. Shout out, I mean, she's definitely a great artist. I remember growing up listening to her music, you know what I mean,
You
and
feel
really,
me?
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, I showed my daughter the first video when she had the garbage bag and I can't stop the rain, and she was like, "That's crazy." I was like, "Yeah, see, we was, our music is just as great as the music that listening to now, So, but you said Missy Elliott.
That
So what about Missy Elliott for you? Is what physically influenced you? What about her
it's
music?
everything. The creativity, not being afraid to play with your sound, different voices, different types of content. If you feel like singing a day on a song, you're gonna sing. Like I'm sitting on a lot of shiz hits. Like I got a lot of dope records that I'm sitting on top of. That's very artsy fartsy, and I feel like I'm doing what I want on those records. I'm letting
So,
like my producers finishing the beat as I'm in the studio, as I change it, as I create sounds and tell stories. And I feel like, yeah, Missy did that. And she did it visually too. She's a dope visual artist. Her music videos are unmatched.
Right.
And the choreography, people don't notice. I was a dancer. Like, hello, I dance.
Right.
So I just haven't, really embarked in doing a lot of choreography as of yet because it's hard to find someone who understands my movements and understands what I need for my brand versus what's popular right now. Like I'll never twerk. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's not your thing. So when someone was to say, Lish, you know what I mean, what kind of music do you do, or describe your sound, what would you tell them?
damn, I'm undescribable, but people have been comparing me to a lot of different people. Like
Okay.
I've been hearing things like I've heard a little bit of Missy. I've heard Rico Nasty, so I had to look up who she was,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, I kind of like sis. Oh, for real? I just oh, for real? I was like, what? Let me get on remix, sis.
Yeah.
And then I've heard who else did I hear? I've heard a couple of things, but you gotta hear the unreleased music to get some of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got some dope music that I heard earlier. We gonna talk about the song that you currently pushing that I got the video for. If y'all know about our website, thegrindreport.com, that's our main website. We got Lish 2 times on there.
Right.
2 times. So matter of fact, talk about the brand. When I look at your name, like me, Shah Cypha, when I look at your name, I don't just say that's your artist name or your stage name. I say that's your brand. Right. And once you pick what your brand is, that's what you're running with. That's what people will know you for. And then so on and so forth. So talk to me about the brand. Like, how did you come up with Lish 2 times? Why Lish 2 times?
So I've always been Lish, you know what I'm saying? Like it is because my full name is Elisha and I hate when people call me Elisha. Like Elisha would be with an E that gives that sound. And I is a short sound, which is Lish. But people like to call me Elisha. So I'd be like, no, just call me Lish. So there's no way you can call me Lish and still think you're gonna call me Elisha. No way.
Right.
So Lish. Lish has always been my name. Like people I went to high school with called me Lish, you know what I mean?
Right.
Um, my family all called me Lish. So it got to a point where if somebody called me by my full name, it's like, excuse me, do you know me?
Right.
And
Right.
then 2 times really was 2X. So when I had joined the Nation of Islam back in the day, it's
Right.
like Malcolm X, you get your X. So I had got Elisha 2X because apparently someone had joined with my name before. So they were regular X. I was the second one. So I was, but nobody knows who this person is or was at all. They don't know her. No one knows her. But so I just kind of ran with it. But what happened was DJ Superstar J, and I'm tired of telling this story. He hosted my very first mixtape.
Okay.
And the whole time hosting, he kept saying, Lish 2 times, Lish 2 times. And I was like, that is not really how you say it, but okay. But then when I started like hitting the road and I went on tour, people was calling me Lish 2 times, introduced me as Lish 2 times. I said, fuck it. I guess I'm Lish 2 times then. I'm not even gonna fight with y'all no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
But you know what is stuck, and now it's your brand. It's what people see.
Two
They see you. They
times.
see that. Right, 2 times. You can't front like you can't take that and run with it. 2 times. You know what I mean?
You
So
feel me?
shout
Not
out,
once but 2 times. You feel me? I
shout out
go
my
to
business
party not once but 2 times a year. Okay.
times. Yeah, well, shout out my business partner Tampa Missy. She tuning in right now, checking us out. You know what I mean? Shout out everybody else tuned in. Um, Yeah, so you got I'm gonna read off some songs I was listening to earlier. Fall in Love.
Ooh, what it is, yo? What's up?
Talk to
Can
me
you make it feel like me fall in love? Okay.
Talk to me about Fall in Love. Obviously the name is, could be self-explanatory, but I like the concept behind how people create songs. So talk to me about that track.
So I'm here on a project run. I was told to create a EP, and it's the first time I'm working with my engineer, Ty the God Sound. Shout out to him as a producer.
Oh,
And it's him and Bully with the Bucks. job to produce an album for me. That was the budget was given completely to them to give me an EP, get me produced, mixed, and mastered, sounding good, put me out. And so he calls me the day after we signed a contract, like, listen to this. Look what I'm doing here. You fucking with this? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said, you know what? I hear something with that. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow. I think I got something for it. And then as I'm in a booth, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like that for some reason, or what it is, or what's up that I went to high school in DMV too. So
Yeah.
that sound took me there. You feel me? That sound took me there. So it was just very, very necessary. And he finished the beat while I was in the studio, while I was in the booth. That was another situation. Yeah.
You know,
And
that's
and writing it was just like, I feel like I could re-put that song, package that song, put it back out with better bars.
I mean, you could. Here's the thing: you already got that out there, and there's nothing wrong with putting a version part 2, right, or a remix or anything like that. So you got it out. I like the song. The song is dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an artist too, so I like when I hear dope music. You know what I mean? I'll let people know that's definitely a dope song. But one song I gotta talk to you about, and this is a song that we got the video on the Grynd Report, Principles, because Principles. When I listen to that song, I hear hip hop, I hear education, I hear women empowerment, I hear focus, I hear Did I hear Louis Farrakhan in the? Did I?
Yes!
Yo, like, we need y'all to understand that this is bigger than just a song. This is
you hear me?
Message.
You heard?
Like, how did that song
not viral yet? Like what?
They sleeping. We gonna wake them up. Let's talk about that. Right? So listen, talk to me about Principles, because we gonna talk about the video too. As the video was even more crazy. But anyway.
Okay. You liked it?
Yeah. I like the pianos and the ballet. And anyway, go ahead. You know what I mean?
That's what I wanted. That was the vision I had when I, was making out the shot list. When I was like, what do I want this to look like? How can I recreate this? How many locations do I need?
Right.
And I literally rescheduled the whole shoot around the availability of the ballerina. Because she was a key component of the vision that I wanted. Not necessarily her, but the movements and the choreographer. Shout out to Natria Blake. And the choreographer being a part of it was like the most magical part of me, because, my cousin Natria Blake has choreographed, worked with so many different people. She graduated from Juilliard and she teaches practicums there now. You know what I mean? She's a professor. She's freaking did Alvin Ailey. You know what I mean? Like choreographed for the Queen Bee, like what in the HE double hockey sticks. She's on my set right now. So it just was magical. And I really hope that it translated, visually.
It translated pretty well to me. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, first of all, the beat is dope. So you caught me at the beat before you even started, right? Then you started to speak, right? Then you started to speak, and the lyrics on it is official too, right? Like, you really saying something. You talking to these ladies, like, you don't need to twerk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand. You saying you understand. You've been there, things like that. But you don't got to do that. You know what I mean? There's principles and the empowerment behind it. And then, when you hear the message, the messages in between with Louis Farrakhan, and then you move to the video, and then you sitting at the piano. I'm describing it like I was there. Like, you got the piano, and then you got the ballet, a ballet dance on top of the piano, and then coming down, and she's dancing in different scenes. And I like it's a lot that you see, but it's very well organized and, like you said, choreographed, and it's actually teaching the lesson I think you're trying to portray. You get what I'm saying? So and at the same time, it's telling women like, yo, you were more than this. We this, we that. Women are the backbone to a lot of stuff that people forget about. You get what I'm saying? So I really like that record. Who produced that song again? Who produced that?
Shout out to Todd Muhammad. because Todd Muhammad did that, but my boy Ali the Greatest added some sauce to it when he mixed it. I didn't know that about it, Todd. I swear, I didn't even realize it. All I did was upload it. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, but it's, you know what? It's
He added some melodies to it.
that's what I like about, you know, good producers, good engineers. They can go in there and really turn. You get excited about the raw version, right? Like the version you recorded, and then, you know, you leave and you come back, or you get the final, mixed and mastered, and all of a sudden it's like pow. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's extra. So I like that. So, you know, speaking of empowering women and things like that, you know, what are some of the advice that you can give to up and coming artists from New York? You get what I'm saying? Obviously, New York's a big city of dreams, but up and coming artists, whether they're coming from New York or whether they're coming from the DMV, you know what I mean, or whether they're coming from anywhere that says Lish 2 times, you know, what do you think I should do? You know, jumping into this music business, like what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, if they're in the DMV, the first advice I'm gonna give to them is to leave. Okay. Peace out. But as far as New York, like, you gotta come outside. Either you gotta come outside or you gotta spend a lot of freaking money in placements. But even with all the money in the world to pay all the blogs in the world, like, you gotta be outside. Like, people gotta get to know you. You gotta, like, rub some shoulders. People gotta like you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make friends. You
Right.
know, because all the blogs in the world don't amount to having, like, real friends in this game. And they don't gotta be friends that do exactly what you do. It don't gotta be music artists and music artists. You know, like, one of my best friends, who I post a lot, she's an actress and a media, I would say, personality.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
shout out to Good Girl PR, my friend Nikki
shout
Robinson.
out to her. Yeah,
I mean,
shout
she
out.
sent
Thank
you our
you.
direction, you know what I mean, and say, yo, you need to go check her out. I was like, no doubt. I'm glad I did. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, you know, having that network and having the right people is definitely important, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know nobody, you might be spending unnecessary money, right? So, but yeah, it's dope, you know, to have the network of people that are around to really support you and really push that music. Shout out to my homie Solar Music. He's tuning in right now. Much respect, my G. I appreciate you tuning in. Lish 2 times from New York. He from New York.
What's
So,
up?
you know, I got
I
shout
know
out to
New
New York.
York, New York, the city so nice they had to name it twice.
You already know what it is. So besides the producers that you mentioned already, is there any other producers or any that you looking forward to working with? Is there any other?
Kanye West, if he still wants to be a producer, I don't care, but Kanye West.
I think Kanye is going to forever be a producer. He's doing a bunch of million things, you know what I mean? But I think I don't think
You asked.
gonna.
That was the only answer that could come to mind on a whim like that. I couldn't even think of a part two. Oh, well, yes, I could, Pharrell, but and Jermaine, but and this is and Missy Elliott, of course, but it'd be Kanye West first, because he's like big bro. Like, hello, I was in school during The Wire. Like, it was my adolescence, and it was important to me.
Right,
Kanye West.
right. Definitely. Um, so one of the things that we always like to ask this question, you on the grind live. So what do you feel like your definition of grind is?
So when you're grinding, you're taking something that was hard and you're essentially refining it. So that means that you're taking action to become more refined. So my definition of grinding is taking action for an end result.
That's dope. I ain't never heard it like that. And nobody can ever be wrong about with the answer to that question, but I like that. We gonna
You're welcome. I came up with that off the top. You feel me? Like that. There's more where that comes from.
that freestyle. I hear you. You know what I mean? When we post this online, we gonna post that part right there. We gonna let people
Yeah,
know. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Homie Solar
I
said that.
probably look crazy right now, like running through the house, doing everything to try to get ready for this interview.
It's all, hey, listen, it's all good. You know, it's dope to see people, natural in their comfortability and things like that. Because it feels more natural, it feels more real, like really having a conversation that way. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good. What else? What else does Lish Two Times do? You can't tell me that you just do music. Like what else?
No, absolutely not. I have a coffee table book that I plan to drop October 20th. I want to entitle that also Covered Girl. I forgot what the semicolon was going to be right now because I'm just freaking overwhelmed with everything. But yes, a coffee table book. It's going to be a lot of art, a lot of photos, photo shoots from behind the scenes of my music videos. It's going to be photo shoots that I've had in the past. It's going to be photo shoots, photos of unseen photos. It's going to be magical. It's going to be poetry. It's going to be quotes from me. It's just going to be like literally a coffee table book of music, poetry, fashion, memoirs, and a song and a breakdown of my songs. So what does this mean? Like I have this song "Shame the Devil." I had performed it at my EP release party, and the Biscuit came through, and he said, like, that's a dope record. And there's many things you said that like Fulani and Gypsy references that I didn't get it, but I'm not about to sit and Google it. You feel me? So he
Right.
was like, one of his advice to me was to keep talking about it, keep talking about your music, talk people through your music. And that stuck with me. So I felt like, well, let me spell it out for him. Okay.
I hear that. Well, we can't wait. We can't wait for that to drop. You definitely make sure we know about that so we can get that on that site. Tell people like to go check that out. Go get that. Anything else you want to tell the people? What I mean? We want to get to your social media too, but anything else you want to tell the people that we don't know?
Listen, more episodes of Veggie Licious with Lish is on the way. Don't forget, yes, your plant-based diva is definitely going to be putting out more episodes of Veggie with Lish, more fly vegan restaurants, more non-vegans eating the food, giving real reviews. It's going to be lit.
Dope, dope, dope. That's definitely it. You'll tell the people your social media, all that good stuff, my family.
I am Lish2X on all platforms. Lish, the number 2, the letter X as an X-ray baby on Twitter, Instagram. Oh, Twitter got an underscore after it. Clubhouse got an underscore after it. That's what happens when people won't just run me my name. But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
once I get verified, I'm gonna have that conversation with Twitter. Like, yeah, about that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I know you working on that verification for IG too, because I know you got a lot of IG people that hit us up on their Instagram. I was like, yo, they can't wait for you to do your interview and things like that. Listen, you know what we're gonna do right quick? We're gonna play principles. We're gonna let them hear what you got going on. Matter of fact, I wanna actually you know what? I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it the video way. I want to do it the video way.
Yes, do that. Do
I
that.
video way.
Show it to them. Let
Let me
them see.
yeah, I
Stream
want
that, baby. Give it a thumbs up. Put some comments under there for me.
yeah.
Share that with a friend. It is art. Support,
Tell your people that Lish Two Times got a dope record, and it's called
please. It's
and
called Principles.
then you take that link and you share it like and then let people know. And then, like I said, just hit it. I'm about to get to it
And
right now.
at me, I will repost it. Please.
Definitely. Let me
I'll
make sure.
retweet all of that.
Right. So I'm gonna share my screen so y'all can see what's really going on. Um, just show you I'm on the Grynd Report website. Oh shoot. 1 second.
Uh-oh, I hope this is gonna be edited. Uh-oh.
We making it work. We making it work. We always make it work. Make it work. They always make it work. How about this? We'll play the song until this thing wants to freeze on me. I hate when this happens. It's all good. We'll get it in there. We'll definitely get it in there so people can see what's really good. And really show the support that we got for you. But I definitely want them to hit a record. If anything, we gotta hit this record. Here we go. Here we go. Let's play this record. Can you hear me?
Bear with me. Let's go. 2 times. Yeah. Some may think it's twisted cause I kneel on a rug. Don't think I understand the language of a hood or a thug. All my ladies in the club with their butt in the air. They think I'm judging them. How could I, girl? I also been there. But in a minute, love, we got to start to make it make sense. Start to contemplate a reason why a woman exists. Officially reckless in the streets, they going right at our heads. Straight up treating us like property and along with our kids. Now, some of y'all may be deaf to this and it won't be heard. I just need one child, one woman with nerve. And if I gotta feed it to you through these hip-hop words, I'll be content walking around this earth. Principles.
Every king, every ruler, every prophet, every wise man or woman, every person of value came through the womb of a woman.
I remember stripping, lap dancing, a pastor, Maggie yelling at me, come on baby, you can go faster, looking up in the sky, like what the hell am I doing? But money is my happiness, money is my ruin. The sister scooped me up and told me straight up, knock it off. They killed me there with kindness and punished me with thought. Said the green in my hand is the mission that I'm on. Knock the money out my hand, replaced it with a green on. Principles.
I'll close that point with this. The degree of civilization in any society is measured by the woman.
I'm offering the truth. What I speak is no con. You're gonna see it for yourself when you and him get a bond. May cause a shock to your system at first. I better stack, black woman. You defeated much worse. And the thirst is real. Girl, all eyes on you. They got no chill. Be word they call you. It's so disloyal. That's why it's cool being by yourself until you find the right one who adores you. Principles.
Women are the co-creators with God. You're not little cheap things to be the plaything of any man.
I don't want them to hear the rest of it because I need them to go get it. I need them to go check it. I need them to go play it. I need them to go stream it. Wherever you stream your shit at right now, go. I stream mine on Spotify, so that's where we played it from, Spotify, because we want to support those streams. You know what I'm saying?
Give it a heart.
You know what I mean? I got the apples. Whether you got Apple, whether you got Tidal, I don't care where you. Let me hit that heart right quick. Make sure they know.
Please.
It's on there now.
Add me to your playlist. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a vibe. It's music you could drive to. Right. It's really a vibe.
Right. Definitely a dope record.
I'll also play that after that. What's that? Lotto and that Lotto Kodak record. And after that, what's the one? Sunshine on Me. Like, I was like, yeah, that goes with what's current, even though it has that old soul flow.
Right. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking the time out with us. We live, so people see what we see. We're going to make sure we put the link in the YouTube to the video so people can go check that out. We got the video at thegrindreport.com, so that's where it will be for you to go check that out. You can play it right there and there. You can go to YouTube and go, play it directly. We're going to make it happen. We support the record. We support whatever you got going on. Keep grinding, keep doing what you do on a daily basis. Anything else you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Follow me. Just subscribe to my YouTube, y'all. Like, I actually have been really consistent with the content. I'm so proud of myself. Like, oh my goodness. Y'all should totally subscribe to me. Give me thumbs ups and comments all the time. And tell a friend that Lish is in a motherfucking building. Okay?
That's what it is. Tell your peoples to tell your peoples. Like I always say, tell your man to tell your lady to tell her man, whatever, to make this happen. Support her. Lish 2 times. You already know what it is. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Clubhouse, everywhere she at. You got a website? You got your own website?
I do, but it's so outdated. Like, don't even go there. Please don't go there. Don't go there.
All right, cool. So just hit the social networks. Hit the social
Please.
networks. And then we good to go. All right, y'all. On the Grind Live, Shah Cypha, Lish 2 times. Let's get it.
Good night.